Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to our podcast. I am your host, as always. And today, we're going to talk about a woman that changes a lots of things in history. So imagine a woman, not a goddess, though many people believed she was. Not merely a queen, but the very breath of an empire. Sharp as a dagger and soft as a silk. Welcome to the story of Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, and perhaps the last time the world saw Asian royalty shine before falling into the hand of empire. Let's rewind to 69 BC. Egypt, while still powerful, is no longer ruled by native Egyptians. The Ptolemies, Greek rulers descended from Alexander the Great's general, have reigned for nearly 3 centuries. They speak Greek, not Egyptian. They married their siblings. They ruled from glattering places in Alexandria, while the common people lived in the dust and heat. And into this dynasty, tangled with incest, betrayal, and paranoia, Cleopatra is born. From the beginning, she's different, not because she's beautiful, though she is, not because she's royal, many are, but because she listens, she watches, and she learns. By the age of 14, she can speak at least 9 languages. She reads Homer, studies politics, and unlike her predecessors, she learned to speak the language of Egyptian people. That alone makes her rare, dangerous, and prepared. When her father dies, Cleopatra becomes co-ruler with her 10-year-old brother, also her husband, but almost immediately the knives came out. She pushed aside by jealous courtiers and forced to flee into exile. Most would have broken and most would have wept. Cleopatra, she finds a way back in. And how? Rolled inside a rock, smuggled into palace, delivered to none other than Julius Caesar, the most powerful man in Rome. The rope is unrolled, and there she is, not just alive, but dazzling, calculated, fearless. Caesar is impressed. The connection is instant, not just romantic, but political. She knows he can restore her throne. He knows she can help him control the East. Together, they light a fire. With Roman support, Cleopatra crushes her rivals. She returned as a queen of Egypt, alone, and very much in charge. But the world's eyes are now on her. Rome is furious. How dare Caesar take a foreign queen as a lover? How dare he father a child, Caesarion, with her? But Cleopatra is underrated. She builds a golden barge, wears the robes of the goddess Isis, holds court with scholars, generals, and mystics. She is legend, and she knows it. When Caesar assassinated in 44 BC, Cleopatra feels a tremor. She returns to Egypt with her son, her ship, and her new strategy. Now Rome is fractured. Octavian, Caesar's heir, claims power, but Antony, the soldier, the orator, the lover of life, he commands the East. When Cleopatra meets Antony, it's like a fire meets fuel. Their first encounter is pure theater. She arrives on the Nile in the barge of gold, sails full of purple, perfumed air drifting across the water, musicians, dancer, incense. She's Aphrodite, and he is Dionysus. The gods have returned, and the world watches. Their love becomes legend. They drink, feast, and rule together. She bears him 3 children. They divide the Roman world. They dream of empires stretching from the sands of Egypt to the hills of Rome. But Rome is not amused. Octavian declares war, not just against Antony, but against Cleopatra herself. He paints her as a temptress, a snake, a foreign witch, corrupting Rome's noblest son. The propaganda works. In 31 BC, at the Battle of Actium, their forces are destroyed. A naval disaster. Antony and Cleopatra flee, broken, hunted, In Alexandria, their final days unfold like a Greek tragedy. Antony, hearing false news of Cleopatra's death, falls on his own sword. He dies slowly, bleeding in her arms. His last word? Don't trust anyone. Cleopatra now faces the end. Octavian is at the gates. Her kingdom is lost. Her children are political tools. She refuses to be paraded through a Roman street. In chains, she chooses her exit. And the exit method? A mystery. Some say a poison comb, others said infamous asp, a cobra hidden in a basket. Doesn't matter. What matters is that she chooses it. And with her death, a dynasty ends. Egypt falls to Rome. The age of pharaohs dies. But Cleopatra, she became immortal. Through Shakespeare, through cinema, through old painting and opera stages. Some remember her as a seductress, some a strategist, the other a goddess. But she was always one thing above all, and that was a survivor in the world built to break women. A ruler who played Rome's greatest minds and almost won, a queen who died on her own terms. She was not conquered, she was a legend. And legends don't die, they echo. Our last episode was about Julius Caesar. And for this one, I decided to make a podcast about Cleopatra. If you're interested in Julius Caesar's life, I suggest you to go and watch that episode as well. And as always, keep dreaming big and keep pushing forward. See you on the next one.